Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we're going to take a look at this Nakamichi CD player. It's quite an old model and it's quite basic as well. There's no fancy lights or displays or anything on the front. Not quite sure if it works or not. It's just basically supplied as is from an auction where you basically see it on display and you take your chances if you bid on it. I'm not quite sure if you can see that. I'll just dim this light a moment. Hopefully you'll be able to have a zoom in. There we go. Let's see. So it's ejected okay. We'll pop a disc in. Now I can hear a motor running, so it doesn't sound like it's loading correctly. And it's opened again. So clearly there's some issues with the loading mech on this before we can even see if it plays CDs or not. So we'll take the case off and see what's going on inside. Got a couple on the back here. Oops, took my bit out there, I didn't mean to do that. The only problem with this, it's very easy to take the bits out. But other than that, I've been impressed with it so far. Judging by the torque setting on the screwdriver, I don't think anyone's been in this before by the feel of it. But you just never know in this day and age. So let's pop this case off and see what's going on. It's all metal anyway, apart from the disc tray, which is nice to see. I'll plug it back in again and let's get this ejected. I'm assuming that might not be the laser belt, but the tray belt. So that belt there isn't for opening and closing, it's for moving the sledge up and down. Let's have a look at that belt, see what condition it's in. It's actually quite rubbery, is that, quite elasticy, so that looks to be okay. It seems to be the see, it looks like it loaded it then. Maybe it's an intermittent fault on this. Oh no, I can definitely hear a motor spinning. So what we need to do is just take this out and try and see where the actual motor and belt is. We'll just pop this front off if we can. I would assume we can just lift it up. Actually, it doesn't feel like it wants to pop off. Usually with these, you just give them a bit of a wiggle and they'll come up. So this one's very tight. Mind you, if it's never been taken off before, it probably would be. Let's power it off a minute. Look at it the other way around, trying to see what's going on. And once it releases, it looks like we have some little tabs. There's a tab there, and there's a tab there. There we go. Now it will let you release it. Unusual. Usually just slide up. There's a couple of retaining tabs there. Hopefully you can see those. There you go. Okay, so take these out. So these big screws. I'm not sure what sort of mech that is. Maybe it's a early Toshiba, something like that. I just need to release these earthen tabs. They're nice and tight. This has been a good grounding. That there. Hopefully this all will lift out now. And just obviously disconnect all of, which I'd forgot to do. Just disconnect these. Okay, just be able to take that out and see what's going on now. Oh, we've got some loose springs at the bottom. Where did they come from? I think they've come off these little rubber things. We'll worry about that shortly. Right, let's turn this over and have a look. I'm assuming that's the loading motor there. Just assume it was that way. Yeah, so that looks to be loading motor there. Okay, so it's not a straightforward job to get to, is it? Here we're going to have to... Can we access it from the top? I'm wondering if I just take this cog off, if I can just loop it off the motor spindle. We'll have a look, see if we can do that. We'll just pull that all the way out so we know what position we're in. The best thing to do with this is if we just mark on top of there. Oops, sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I think if we just mark there and mark there to line them both back up in the same position. Those reed switches back, hopefully we can just lift all that up. Right, can we get... You can just see the motor shaft underneath there, so hopefully we can just get a replacement under. I won't be able to get that out anyway. It would be fun trying to get one back in. Right, I'll just get another belt. I don't have a perfectly identical size, but I've got something that's very close, so I think we'll just try and make do with that. To see if we can actually get it to go under there. If you've worked on one of these before and you've got an easier way of doing it, do let me know in the comments. Yeah, it's gone round. So we've managed to do that. That was fiddly. Sorry we didn't get to see it very well. Just lifting that up allowed it to go down into the hole, and then you could just tag it around the back of the motor. There's probably going to be an easier way of doing it than what I've done, but you know, if you do know an easier way, let me know. Okay, so we want to pop this back on now. So we made that little mark there, and remember all those were pushed up. Just need to make sure that... There we go, we've got it the right way on now. Good. Put the screw back in. It's a bit fiddly. There must be an easier way of doing it than that. Obviously I do things the hard way without looking at service manuals and stuff. Make it more entertaining for you guys with a bit of luck. Right, so I don't think that's quite right. Right, so that works the switch that way, and works the switch that way. So those switches are working okay. Just plug it all back in and see if it works. We plug these all back in. Went there. On there. Put that earthing tab back on. There we go to ground. There we go, got it that time. Okay, let's see if this is actually working before we go any further. Oh, that's obviously not set correctly. Let's try again. That all looks good. Put the CD in before we plug the lens. Let's just see what happens. It's not reading. Or is it? No, it's not spinning. Let's have a quick look at cleaning that lens. Drop the old ISO prop. Turn the power for a second. Go clean. Try it. hopefully. There we go. Is that ready already? Because that was quick if it did. That was actually really quick. Nice play, nice play. There we go, working. Lovely. Let's get that cloth that had the isopop on and just give these a bit of a clean as well. Yeah, proper grotty. Clean the tray and across the top there. But what we'll do now, isolate the power, just put these back in. These rather large transport screws. Yeah, chunky them. Chunky bit of brass. Not like the stuff you get into their CD players. I think that movement input. Let's just try again. I'll manually do that one. Oh, the bit came out again. That's the only problem with these. The magnetic bits come out quite easy. Oh, it did go all the way in. Looks like it didn't though. Feels right. Okay. Put the little bends back on the front so it sort of clips in from the front and then onto the top at the same time. Like that. Get a different disc. So there we go, another machine all fixed and ready to go. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe and see you again soon. Bye for now.